There's this virus going around called Corona. Do you want to explain it? I want us to like explain everything. So when we look back at like...
So it's basically like a respiratory virus that can make you, a small percent of the population, mostly the elderly or the immunocompromised, get really, really sick and have to be like on a ventilator, and like we've had a couple people die already, so
more than a couple.
yeah.
But
and the numbers in the state and in the US keep rising. It originated in China, in Wuhan, and traveled to the United States now. And so through this past like 2 weeks, we have seen the US slowly like
shut down,
respond to it by shutting down. So at first it was just things that weren't
like 100 people or less gatherings. Like,
yeah,
you can still go out, you can go shopping, stop.
Yeah, and then
but it's 100 people or less.
Yes, and then it was dine-in restaurants have to close. You can only get takeout. And then it was just this week, like everything that's non-essential has to close.
Shut down. Like, you can't even have it open.
Yeah, and then you also cannot leave your house unless it's essential.
Basically, the U.S. is shutting down. So yesterday is the first day I think anyone kind of like got the picture of what's going on, because Kansas is shutting down on Tuesday.
Yeah, so they said everybody like stock up on stuff today and yesterday. So that way Tuesday you only have to leave your house for essential stuff, which is like
Doctor.
if your job is in healthcare.
Healthcare. Like,
yeah.
People who are in retail have lost their jobs.
Yeah, so people have been out of work for almost 2 weeks now in retail. And so, yeah, so everybody's mildly panicking.
Freaking out.
Yeah. Maddie and I both are in healthcare, so we kind of get to experience, like, being out of the house during the week. But during the weekends, I think besides going to the store, nothing is open.
Yeah, you're not allowed to leave.
And you're not supposed to leave. So we really haven't. Like, last night we had a movie night in. This is the first weekend.
We haven't had... I can't remember the last time, maybe in the weekend before college ended, like 6 years ago, where I didn't have anything planned for a solid weekend. Like, it's very strange to me to not leave the house. How many times have I gone outside?
Multiple times, because she just has to get fresh air.
I can't.
Which my allergies are acting up, so it's probably best I don't leave the house anyways. But
stand being inside.
Yeah, so we literally have not done anything this weekend besides go to the grocery store a couple times, and we had like a movie night in.
It's just crazy how, like, I try to stay positive, but like this is just the beginning here, and like what's our video in 30 days gonna be like? Like, can you imagine? Like, this is the beginning of our video, and in like 30 days, hopefully 30 days, we'll wrap it up and be like, this is the last Corona Diary. But then it's like, what the hell did we experience in between those 30 days?
Yeah, so I mean, I feel like we've already experienced a lot, not just ourselves, but I feel like a lot of the jobs, that are working from home right now, or that even still have their job.
A lot of people don't have jobs right now. Everyone's freaking out.
Yes, and a lot of people are worrying about bills and stuff like that, and, these restaurants that are small, like just in our city and stuff, and they, or people that live paycheck to paycheck are really panicking. So it's going to be interesting to see how this gets worse. And the
news keeps saying that the president or whoever's going to send us $1,000 check as individuals. And I hope we look back on this video and be like, oh, they did, and it really helped everyone. But like right now, everyone's really skeptical, because just to receive a handout on money is not something that happens in our country ever.
Yeah.
So there's that. And I think too, it's kind of just hitting us because, we've watched Italy and China go through it now, and we all had the mentality of our country's not going to get shut down, and then our country's literally shut down. And then we turn to our parents for advice, and they're like, we don't know, we've never experienced this either. So it's kind of just scary all around.
Well, and it's scary because of the fact that, like, I've been FaceTiming my mom and stuff, and both of us are exposed a lot being in healthcare to this virus.
So I don't want to expose anyone else.
So we may be carriers for it, but we don't know because not everybody is getting tested unless they have symptoms, and you have to
severe
have an order.
symptoms.
Yeah, or you're in the hospital and you're like debilitated and stuff like that. But yeah,
I mean, we've been really good though. We take our scrubs off before we go to the store. We take our scrubs off. We don't keep them on when we get in the house.
We take them off, take a shower, and I mean, for the most part, we're both pretty healthy.
Yeah.
You know, I have underlying asthma, and Maddie has like a little bit of underlying like.
I was freaking out
but
in the beginning because people with POTS have really weak immune systems. Like anytime Grace gets sick, I get it times 100.
Mm-hmm.
But after I read it, like I found a couple articles of people who had POTS who did get it confirmed, and they basically said if you can survive the flu, you can survive that. And we went to the hospital with the flu, but we survived. So
yeah.
There's my wishful thinking.
Yeah.
But also, we go into healthcare knowing that we're going to be exposed to this. You know. I'm just, thank God I'm not a first-time nurse during all this, because I think, like, for those people who graduated in August and who are experiencing this first time, like, that to me would be terrifying.
Oh, yeah. To mention, too, schools, high schools have been canceled for the entire rest of the school year in Kansas. Missouri, they're at least canceled until the 24th of April.
Yeah.
And then they're going to kind of decide on an individual basis by then. But Kansas schools are closed, so it's summer break for people in Kansas right now. And
it's stupid because
our trip got canceled to Mexico that we're supposed to go to at the end of April. And yeah, so it's very just different. Like,
it's stupid though because people, I understand. Yes, I think we're overreacting from my perspective. Do I think everything needs to be shut down? No. But I'm staying in, and I saw this thing on Facebook where someone said it feels like kindergarten and no one's listening, so we keep getting recess taken away, and that's literally what it feels like. People won't listen, and they're going out still, and then the government keeps pushing it back to when we can have our lives back, and that's what it feels like. It's like people aren't listening.
I think it's good because some people who have it don't even know that they're carriers.
Hold on, I think it's good.
Infect some person, and then they infect another.
But hold on,
people,
I'm more excited that the flu's gonna reset. Like people being apart. That's when I had the flu. I literally
we thought we were dying.
I thought I was dying.
We both thought we were dying.
I'm still not convinced that I didn't have corona when I was dying.
But malls are closed down. The other day I was like, I'm out of shampoo. Marshall's is closed down. Which kind of sucks.
You go to the stores and there's nothing.
Yeah. So basically, like Target, Costco, like grocery stores, Hy-Vee, gas stations are open, and then other essential businesses like PetSmart and stuff like that have dog food. Restaurants are open only for carry out. We were both
shocked that PetSmart was open, and I'm like, we're stupid.
Well,
it's like a dog grocery store.
Yes, it is. They have to have access to dog food, so.
But, at the same time, like, to me, people are panicking, and there's nothing left in the stores.
No, there's no toilet paper. There hasn't been toilet paper for weeks.
Yeah, there's...
Luckily, we got toilet paper
no chicken.
Before. Yeah.
Like, if you go to Hy-Vee, like, the small stores are pretty much filled. Like, we went to Red X yesterday, and it was stocked. I mean...
Well, the thing is, like, people are panicking at Walmart, and Walmart is sold out of everything and does not restock like a lot of the other grocery stores do, so... But I think if you go early and you're just mindful about it, a lot of the places have put limits on things now. So, like, I went to go buy dog food last week. I was going to go buy 2 or 3 bags because lately I can't even find dog food. And I was worried about Costco closing because it's, a grocery, but not, like, a little grocery store. You know what I mean? It's more of, like, a warehouse. And so, of course, they're like, you can only buy 1 bag of dog food. And I was like, hello, we have like more than 1 dog, so we go through a bag of dog food pretty fast. And
like, if I could have told myself 2 weeks ago, it would have been like stock up on toilet paper because you're not gonna be able to find any.
But we have it.
Luckily, there's only 2 of us living here. It's not like we have kids, so I feel like we have enough to make it last. But it would just be like, I don't know.
I was good and actually I just got 1 huge thing of toilet paper from Costco when this whole thing started because I kind of knew. And we were out of toilet paper, so I just had to go get toilet paper in general.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. I'm still like...
We're still very, like, We don't really know how to react.
Yeah.
Because during the week, it's like everything is pretty much normal.
Because if you go to the store, there's people everywhere.
Yeah, and we go to work, and we basically come home during the week during work because she works till like 7 most nights, and then when I come home from work, I'm off at like 5, 6, and we come home, we eat dinner. It's not, or we go to the grocery store. It's not typical that we do stuff during the week. Yeah. So the week seems pretty normal to us.
Don't get me wrong. I think what we're doing is right. Like, I'm scared of the coronavirus. I'm also scared of the flu. But, like, I think this reset, I'm trying to stay positive. Because if you look at the way the nature is reacting, it's honestly, that's my favorite part of it. I keep watching, they have this live stream on Facebook of Italy's canals, and, like, the dolphins are back and the fish are back. So, like, even though our world seems to be falling apart right now, and like Grace said, like, it's very, like, it feels weird. Like, we haven't reacted yet because it just hasn't set in. But nature's, like, coming back as if we never existed, and that's what's pretty to me.
And we're getting to see, like, things change outside and stuff like that, and we've been outside. It's not like we can't go outside, but...
And I plan on riding my bike.
Yeah,
we can go to the park, right?
As of now, but, you know, there's a 6-foot ban from everybody between anybody, which is fine.
We're clearly following it.
Yeah, but we've been exposed to each other, you know, like, I think if
I'm just
we have
waiting
it,
for
she
Grace
has
to come
it,
home with it, and then I get it, and then I end up in the hospital. Like, that...
Well, that would not be good. Please do not say that, because I don't want to be on day 30 and then be like, well, Maddie's not here anymore because she's in the hospital. That's not funny.
Sorry.
It's a serious thing.
But,
so.
We did it with the flu, you know?
Yeah. But they're saying some healthy people, it's hitting them hard, so...
Look, I agree. I'm not disowning the fact that it's not serious. I make dark humor out of uncomfortable situations.
Yes. Stop. But, yeah, so we're just going to be hanging at home, and we're going to be doing different things hanging at home, so... Our vlogs are probably going to be a little bit different than they normally
think our vlogs are going to be daily diary vlogs unless we can think of something else. That's just being honest.
Well, like, I mean, we're going to be like, cooking and doing some other stuff at home. And
there's only so much you can do.
We can video us doing a little bit of date nights.
I think it'll be a lot of lives.
A lot of lives.
Because...
And stuff. If you guys have any questions for us, like being in the healthcare field and stuff like that, like just questions about just general stuff about Corona and like stuff that we're experiencing, like being in the healthcare field, if we can answer them, I'm more than welcome to answer them. So shoot me your questions or us your questions below if you have any. Or if you just have any, like maybe you don't live in the U.S., maybe you live somewhere else and you have questions about like what's going on in the U.S. versus what's going on where you are at, which is different for each country. It's different for each state in the U.S., so we can't really speak for anywhere except Kansas.
It's crazy. We live in Missouri, but Kansas right now is only... Kansas is what, 10 minutes away from us?
Yeah.
If that, maybe 7.
Mm-hmm.
And they're shut down. Like, Missouri hasn't shut down yet, but Kansas is shutting down.
Yeah.
And so...
More so than Missouri.
Yeah. And we both work in Kansas. So, you know, I think... I don't know. I don't even know what to say. It just hasn't sunk in yet that... This is happening. It feels like tomorrow will be a normal Monday, and I'm going to go to work, and then I'm going to go class on Tuesday, and I have a test on Tuesday that's canceled, obviously, but, like, it just hasn't set in, like, the realness of it. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
Like, it's like when someone dies, and you don't expect them to, and you just think life carries on, and it's hard to explain.
It's just a very different way of life. Maddie is a very extroverted
I am going
person.
nuts.
I am a very introverted person, so I am not going nuts at all. I could stay inside all day. I could stay in my pajamas all day.
I want to be outside. I want to meet all my friends. I want to go get lunch. I want to go to the library. I want to go Walmart, Target, you know. Like.
But I feel like I have accomplished a lot inside because I've taken lots of naps over this weekend, and I watched church this morning online. Last weekend I did too. I don't know. I've just done a lot of stuff. I feel like a lot of people are getting together more online, and I feel like it's less like scary to be part of big things when you feel like everybody's doing it online and you can't see each other face to face. Like, I don't know how to describe it other than that. Like, being part of groups and as an introverted person, like, I'm not as scared, like, to, like, if somebody was like, oh, I'm doing this and this online, you know, like, I don't know.
Wow.
So,
we love you guys. We'll keep you posted. We're gonna do daily vlogs. We'll get through this.
cheese.